Welcome to the second module of the e-sessions on retail management. Retail management is a course offered to the semester 5 students of LJ Integrated MBA. I, Dr. Susmita Suggala, in this session will be discussing the retail consumer behavior and the Indian shoppers consumer behavior. We know that consumer behavior, this refers to the buying behavior of the ultimate or the end customer. Now, this behavior is about, the study is about taking decisions to utilize their respective resources such as time, money and effort for buying and using and disposing the goods or services. In the retail context, the marketer needs to understand the consumer's shopping behavior, the decisions in making those decisions, the variables which are affecting those decisions, how they choose their brands, the shopping time, the choice of retail format where they like to go and shop. Why do people shop? So here there are two motives which encourages them to shop, the personal and the social motives. The personal motives, it could be something that it is a regular routine affair where the homemaker or a mother is continuously buying products to replenish the items in the household. It could be a diversion where we have continuously heard of people who go out for window shopping. It's just a diversion, a break from the regular routine. It could be self-gratification where you have been in a very low mood or emotionally down and you feel like enjoying yourself and therefore you are pleasuring out. It could be about learning from the other trends by interacting with people in the social atmosphere and the social environment that you are in. It could be a physical exercise. It could be some sensory simulations. Normally, whenever we smell a very freshly baked bread, we tend to be pulled towards that outlet for maybe a fresh coffee or for a fresh bread. So this is the simulation that is happening to the sensory organs where we look, we feel, we listen to the sound and we are encouraged to buy. The social motives on the other side is the external motives which are affecting our purchase behaviors. So here this is related to how your friends are influencing you, your acquaintances are influencing, your family is influencing, your peer group, or it could be at times that you are enjoying the authority you have whenever you visit a shop and somebody is waiting on you. Sometimes it is the pleasure of bargaining. Whenever there are discounts, people rush to those places to enjoy the discounts. They haggle with the retailers in order to reduce prices. The pleasure makes them go forward to buy. Now let us understand how the Indian shopping buying behavior goes. Here we would be noticing very frequently that people like to shop during the daytime because they feel that the shopping experience during the daytime is different from the shopping experience that you have during the night or the evening hours. Most people prefer to shop in the evening when the days are hotter. And it is the reverse that during winters, people like to shop during the daytime. So what we notice out here that the time of the day is an important variable. Now, if this is an important variable, the retailers, they have been able to climatically control their malls so that they have a regular flow of customers. So they have this captive power, or you could say the generators, which give them the facility to control the climate within the mall. Now, the Indian shopper, another factor which affects them is the transportation. We know that only 11% of people, they have their private vehicles. The remaining, they use the public transport or they might be using two-wheelers or bicycles. Whenever you buy a whole lot of monthly groceries and you are going back, it becomes difficult for them to travel. So they prefer to buy at places or at shops which are closer to the bus stops or the railway stations or the local railway stations. And this becomes one factor which is again influencing the customers' buying behavior in India. There is another myth that the customers have is they feel that they would get a very good bargain or they might get good products if they visit their own families, family friends or relatives who are selling those items. The other point that is noticed is that in India, the shopping is generally a task, whereas in the Western world, it is more of a recreational activity. And that is why you would find that there are a lot of the layouts are different, where there would be some restaurants, cafes, food courts which are encouraging people to come over, replenish and go back to shopping. So this interrupted shopping is common across. There is more focus in India on the convenience. Now, there is a customer research which is done. This is done so that the retailer is able to identify what his customer segment requires, or what are their needs and wants. This is done so that they are able to cater to that public very efficiently and making profit in the process. So some questions that should be answered through these customer researchers to help retailers are like, when do customers like to shop? How do customers like to pay? What quality of merchandise do customers usually prefer? What type of stores do they visit? What type of stores have maximum appeal to them? Where do they do most of the shopping? What is the average income? Who is the decision maker? Who is the person who is making the end decision? The general attitude towards the community. And you would also like to understand what are the changes or the trends that has been observed in the customer buying behavior over the previous years. Now, the retail strategy, this is deciding the quality of that strategy, because this is dependent on how well a firm is able to identify and understand the customers, so that they are able to supply that strategy mix to appeal to them. So those factors or those characteristics could be understanding your consumer characteristics, their needs, their desires, their attitudes, and also to understand how people make decisions in terms of shopping behavior, shopping time, the choice, the retail formats that they like to visit. And in the end, we also know that the environment also plays an important role in the purchase decisions. Now, to sum up, one could say that a retail consumer behavior is all about understanding how people choose to spend their money and time in buying, consuming various goods and services that they desire. So it helps us to understand the when, what, where to shop, and such decision variables are factors which are impacting these decision criteria is what we would be taking up in the next session. The references are as given. Thank you.